Joined now by Devin McCourty, outstanding safety for the Pats, and he's with us here on Tiki Tierney. Devin, how you feeling, buddy? How's camp going?
Yeah, man. Camp is going. Like I always like to say, we're in that middle part where it's getting tough, but I think this is the time you really start to come together as a team. We've had joint practices that have been great. Now with the second preseason game, just trying to go out there and play well, and just trying to build something and keep improving.
All right, the obvious first question, big news, of course, your quarterback, Tom Brady, not going to be with the team for the first month of the season. I'm sure the emotions were palpable. What was it like when you guys learned of the news that Tom wasn't going to play for the first 4 games?
I think, for us it was a little different because it really came out when we were kind of on our break time, so everyone kind of, I think, digested it differently and did it on their own. But by the time we came back for training camp, it was just time to go. Guys came in, just trying to get ready for the season and improve it. And it's just something we got to deal with. But I think everyone's ready to step up. Jimmy's doing well. He has a lot of trust from all his teammates. So we'll just go out there and play football.
Devin, did Tom ever address you guys about this specifically?
No, I think for us as a team, it didn't matter. We had Tom's full support. He knew the team was behind him. But we also knew the best thing for us as a team was to let him deal with it and do what he had to do from the team and organization standpoint, because as individual players and teammates, there was really nothing we can do. It was out of our hands. So we just let him handle that, and everything got done that way.
So for the first quarter of the season, now that we know Tom's not playing, tell us what we can expect from Jimmy Garoppolo.
I think he's very poised. He's a young guy. But he really understands what's going on. You don't have a better teacher in the room than Tom Brady. So a lot of similar things. I think he's been going at it now since he's been here, learning as much as possible. So for me as a defender, you just see him as poised as he can be back there in the pocket and running the offense. So we're all excited for him to get out there and be able to play after watching him for the last couple of years.
Devin McCourty, the Pats, their safety with us here on Tiki and Tierney, CBS Sports Radio. So defensively, your side of the rock here, Devin, one of the better squads in the NFL, very consistent, but you lost Rob Ninkovich. How do you come back from that, Devin, or is it just next man up as always?
Yeah, it's got to be next couple guys up with a guy like Rob. For him, he really does so much for us defensively, whether it be playing D-line, playing linebacker, that it's probably going to be impossible to just have one guy step into his role and think that, everything he got done for us defensively will be able to get done by one guy. But, we have a lot of talented players that are ready to step up and ready to take advantage of opportunity. So I think it'll have to work itself out. But, it's going to be a big help with him just trying to teach guys everything he knows.
Devin, every year we come into the NFL season, look at the East, and say some team is going to dethrone the Pats this year. This year, XYZ team is finally going to get it done. And this year, more specifically, because Tom Brady's out for 4 games, you guys look at that and feel any sense of vulnerability?
Yeah, I think it's just focus. I think for us, we know it's a process. We know we have to go through that process to be prepared and be ready to go. And we try not to think about, all the other stuff that happens in the off season. For us, it really starts in March when free agency opens and people make moves. You start to hear it right away, what we can and can't do. So for us, we just try to go along with the process from the beginning in the springtime throughout training camp, just try to get done all we need to get done to make sure we go out there and win as many games as possible.
All right, Devin, how about the division? Jets, Dolphins, Bills, some pretty talented rosters. Do you see any of those teams taking a step forward? Where's the big resistance, the big challenge going to come from?
I don't think we've really thought about any other teams, period, in the NFL. It's just been for us a process of working ourselves out, getting what we need to get done and trying to focus on that. But, each year, last year we split with the Dolphins, we split with the Jets. So we know this division is tough. Buffalo plays us tough every year. They beat us, I think the last 2 years or something like that in the second game. So we know it's not easy playing against those teams, and that's why they're in the division. They're usually our toughest games of the year. So I don't think there's a lull or, any fact of us not thinking that those are going to be tough games. We know what that is, but we just know right now that's not important for us.
Joined by Pat safety Devin McCourty as we preview the Pats getting ready for the season. Tiki and Tierney, 2-a-days right here on CBS Sports Radio.
You spent your entire career with the Patriots. You got drafted back in 2010. So excellence has been the entirety of your professional career. So can you give me a perspective on that? And I know you know because you have a twin brother who plays in Tennessee who's different. His experience in the NFL has been very different. How do you appreciate what you have in New England and the consistency that you guys have exhibited throughout the entirety of the last decade?
Yeah, I think so. I think for me, like you just said, Tiki, having Jay, he's playing in Tennessee, never playing the playoffs. I get that other side from him all the time. Just, the things he wants to do and accomplish is all team goals. He wants to be in the playoffs. He wants just a chance to compete. And then I thought last year when we picked up Steven Jackson and him coming on our team and, as a player, and all the success he has in the league and what he's done, and, he comes in, he tells us, and you realize he's never played in a playoff game. You really appreciate being here and, things we get done and the opportunities we have all the years I've been here. So it really gives you a greater appreciation of success and being able to win football games.
Devin, we had a conversation here on the show yesterday about the commissioner's role in the NFL and just the way it's perceived right now. Aaron Rodgers spoke out about this quite openly as well. Do you feel the league's in a good place right now, meaning the players versus the administration?
No. I mean, I don't know when that will happen, but I just think as players, I don't think we truly feel that everything works out the way it should. That the pyramid kind of from top to bottom is how it should be with as far as power and all those things. But, I think guys are making a living and they're trying to survive and feed their family. So you're doing what you need to do. You're doing what you have to do to try to be successful. But I think there's some important things that will have to come out and different guys will step up and get that done. But I would say right now, I wouldn't say it's good. I think it's just it's surviving.
Devin, I think I can ask you this because you're a smart kid and you can look at this from the outside and give a great perspective. Now, marijuana was always been a big deal, but it wasn't that huge when I was playing. But nowadays, it feels like weed in the league is derailing team after team after team. Players are getting suspended, and it's throwing organizations and rosters into disarray. Do you think that should change, or do you think it will change?
I think it will change. I just think because, a lot of times we kind of see the NFL and football as a microcosm of what goes on in society and inside the United States in a certain way. And, I think as it becomes more and more acceptable and legal in different states, I think that will kind of force the NFL to adapt to that and make those changes just because, a lot of things we do, we try to make it similar to the workforce outside of football and different things that are allowed and not allowed, just in everyday society. So I think eventually those changes will hit the NFL in that area.
Now, getting back to your team, Devin, most people think that you guys will weather the storm for the first 4 games of the season. Then Tom Brady will come back in Week 5 against the Browns. Is your mentality to worry about the future, or are you taking it quarter by quarter or game by game?
Yeah, I think for me it's just focusing on that game by game. And as cliche as it sounds, I've been here, this will be my 7th year, and we've done that every year. And, we've been able to win a lot of games, playing AFC Championship games, Super Bowl. So, to me, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Keep doing it. So, we'll continue to do that and go out there and try to win as many football games as possible.
Business as usual for the Pats. Wouldn't be any other way with Coach Belichick steering the ship.
Yeah, they'll be in another championship game.
Hey, that's the plan.
Take it easy,
right?
pal. Not with my Jets in the way this year. Devin, good stuff. Appreciate it. Finish up camp healthy. We'll see you soon. Appreciate a few minutes, buddy.
Appreciate you, Devin. Be good.
All right, Tiki.